I'm going to say this immediately. When I say that delusion is beneficial, I don't mean saying that you look fine the way you are. I don't mean that. I mean that delusion is beneficial when you're actually trying to make a positive change in your life. So, what do I mean by this? When I say that delusion is beneficial, I mean that it's better to delude yourself into thinking that you don't even care about money, because then you're actually going to start making more money if you're not so desperate to make the money right now because you need it now. Then you're going to make more money. Not if you're not so desperate to get girls, like I want a woman now, then you're going to get more women. Because if you're desperate, then women are gonna see that and they're gonna be repulsed by you. And on top of that, what I mean by saying that delusion is beneficial is that if you're trying to become an athlete, for example, and if you assume that you're like better than you actually are, then you're going to be more confident and you're going to actually play better because you're going to hold yourself to not only a higher standard, but you're also going to just think you're a better player than you actually are. So then you're going to actually start thinking like a better player than you are. So you're not going to make as many excuses. You're not going to skip as many workouts. You're not going to do all of those things. You're going to be more consistent. You're going to be more disciplined because you're thinking to yourself, what would a good player do, right? And there's many facets to the saying that delusion is beneficial, and one of them is that you can delude yourself into thinking that most people are the same because then you're going to be able mm, to absorb knowledge better. If you're going to just stick to the belief that no, everybody is different, no advice is good for everyone, then you're not going to get any advice. You're not going to listen to any advice. You're not going to actually listen to it. You're not going to actually use it. So if you assume that most people benefit from the same advice, even if they don't, they do. But even if they didn't, then it'd be better for you to assume so, because then you're actually going to get the advice. Because you're going to think to yourself as just a normal person who can absorb advice for the average person. Even if you aren't an average person, even if you have ADHD, then you can get the advice that's advice to normal people and you can actually benefit from it. Do you know why I know this? Because I know a person who has ADHD and benefited from advice that was given to regular people. And it is more high functioning now. Because guess what? If you're born with ADHD, then you're not going to be at the same level of functioning for all of your life. If you get raised incorrectly, then your ADHD is going to get worse. You're going to be able to focus. You're not going to be able to be focused as much as you would if you were raised correctly. This goes for autism, Down syndrome, whatever. Unless you like actually mute, you can't speak or anything, then you can change like that, right? And advice that's given to regular people will work for you as well. So I'm going to reiterate this a lot of times. Delude yourself into thinking you can become successful, even if it's harder than you think it is. Delude yourself into thinking that I'm going to become successful. No, I can, I will. Then it's going to be easier for you to actually become successful. Because you're not going to have the mental blockers of your own. You're not going to have the blockers of well, your own mindset is not going to hinder you, because imagine how terrible it is to be held back by your own mindset. That's stupid, isn't it? Right? Like the only thing that should be holding you back is external factors, not what you're thinking. It shouldn't be holding you back, but it is, because you think you don't deserve all the rewards of your hard work. If you don't work hard, you don't deserve the result. But if you do work hard, then you 100% deserve them. If you don't work hard, you don't deserve the results. But if you work hard, you 100% do. You deserve everything that comes to you in life. Okay, maybe not, but you deserve most of the things that come to you in life, unless it's unjustified. So yeah, delusion is key. Even though it may sound bad, it's actually good. It's only good if you want to make a positive change in your life. If you're going to delude yourself into thinking that your sleep is fine, even though you go to sleep at 11 p.m. and wake up at 6. If you're going to delude yourself into thinking that your diet is good, even though you had a cheat meal yesterday and then the day before that and then also a week ago, then I don't think so. But if you're going to actually improve your life, then delusion is key. So yeah, sleep well, do better, and I'll see you.